Hey everybody, Bernie Gartland, and this is the IRS Fix brought to you by the Gartland Group. Tim Berry here, and renowned tax attorney, and bon vivant. No, you're not.
Bon vivant. No,
No,
I'm boring
no,
vivant.
you're boring. He's so conservative, folks. Tim.
Bernie.
That's my name. You want my number?
No.
No. Okay, you got my number. All right. It has come to our attention, I mean, unbelievably. We had a client came in the other day that filed bankruptcy in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting thing is that in 2006 and 2007, the economy went south, for stunken, as we say. And the thing is that it didn't get any better after the guy's bankruptcy, and he ended up with tax problems as well as other credit card problems because he just did things wrong. We sat there and we said, oh my goodness, how many people out there have filed bankruptcy in the past, and now, since the economy hasn't gotten really any better for them, especially here in the Coachella Valley, what about bankruptcy again? And what about if they incur taxes? What can these people do now that they've already filed bankruptcy?
That's a great question, Bernie. What can they do?
Well, they can file another bankruptcy.
Well, I thought they couldn't file. If once they file one bankruptcy, there's a long period they have to wait before they can do another bankruptcy.
There is a long period. It's several years, but au contraire, they can file another bankruptcy. And by the way, if they've had any consumer debt or they've had any taxes that have accumulated during this time period from their last bankruptcy, guess what, folks? Taxes are dischargeable, eliminated in bankruptcy. They have to meet certain qualifications, but they are dischargeable. So if after the economy failed, after you filed bankruptcy and things didn't get any better, and I know what happens, you don't have the money to pay your taxes, so they accumulate. One begets two, begets three, begets four, etc. And now the time period has elapsed. You are allowed to file another chapter, and you can possibly eliminate these taxes if they meet those three rules.
Well, let me ask you this, though. Is that basically white-collar crime? I mean, is that a moral thing to do? I mean, you went bankrupt one time, and now you're going to go bankrupt again. Isn't this basically defrauding your creditors?
I believe that bankruptcy is a tool rather than a detriment. Okay? And the interesting thing is, the folks out there haven't caused their problem. Other people have caused their problems for them. And certain Wall Street firms are charging you outrageous fees. So I don't have any empathy for credit card people. And look at Congress passed a law that says you can eliminate taxes in bankruptcy. If it's a law, why not utilize it?
Well, see, my thing is bankruptcy is almost a retirement planning tool. A lot of clients we meet with are 45, 50 years old. They really don't have much saved up for their retirement, and they've got this cloud of debt of a few $100,000 hanging over their head. They can choose either to pay off that debt of $200,000 or $300,000, which is never going to happen, quite honestly, or they can declare the bankruptcy, wipe that out, and start using that tool of bankruptcy to give them that fresh start so that they will be able to retire with some sort of financial dignity. Yeah, there might be moral issues, but as Bernie said, with banks getting 0% interest and charging the consumers 24, 25% or whatever it is, and all the weird rules they have, I have no compunctions about that whatsoever.
I don't either. And the thing that always has upset me is I'm an older person, so I can say the little old lady that's sitting at home and gets that unsolicited check for $4,500 or $7,000. They said all you have to do is sign this and cash it, and all of a sudden they owe all this money. They don't know, and it is increasing exponentially because the interest and the revolving amount and everything like that. That's not fair. So utilize a law that Congress has said you can utilize. You can file a Chapter 7 after a Chapter 7 with the time period, and you can eliminate certain taxes in bankruptcy. Do not be afraid. You should, if you want, give us a call. We'll tell you whether you qualify or not. Have I said enough?
I think so.
Enough. So we have a call to action here. We have a call to action. Come see us if you need any help with bankruptcy and especially tax bankruptcy. Folks, we'll see you next week with His Eminence and bon vivant, Tim Berry. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, everyone.